Sean Bass, and to his outside of the 111. Not only did he win the track championship here last year, but he also won the NASCAR Division III point standings. It's Patrick Thomas. Row 3 in the 25, that is Timmy Todd, and to his outside in the 88, that is DJ Farr. Row 4 in the 51, last year he was in a super stock. This year he's in a Sportsman. That's Butch Herdegen in the 51, and his outside of the 23, it's Mike Smith. Row 5 is going to be Shyanne Mathers in the 22, and to her outside, first time we've seen this guy right here in a few months, that is the Shain Held in the 55. Row 6, it's George Alexander in the 63, and Richard Fiore in the 60. Row 7, it's Andy Nichols in the 66 and Ron Lucfy in the 07. Row 8, it's going to be Denica Hetznecker in the 34 and Earl Beckner in the 71. In the 70, in row number 9, that is John Nusbaum. And on the outside of him with the 33, that is also Mike Dahm. And I'm going to, and the other 28 car that's in this race, let me see if I can find him. Yeah, the other 28 car, that's Brandon Christian. So there's 228 cars in this race. Now, Richard Goodrich, the points leader in this division, he is not here tonight. He's not here tonight. And Ron Gustafson, your pole sitter in that 00 car, he is second in the points to Goodrich. So Gustafson could be able to gain some valuable ground on Goodrich en route to a track championship. Now, this Sportsman division last year was a very competitive division, probably the most competitive division at this track last year, with everybody wanting to take down one man, and that one man is starting in the 4th spot. That's Patrick Thomas. He won a few races early on. He had a couple of DQs, and I think he had an engine confiscated from him. But he's starting 4th tonight, and here's to hoping he can put those woes behind. He also wrecked out a couple of weeks ago in a race at DeSoto. So we'll see if Patrick Thomas can put that behind him and get back into victory lane tonight. A couple of position changes. The 88 of Farr has moved to the back of the field before the start of this race. And right now it is lights out. Caution lights are out. Lights on the pace car are out. We will be green. 25 laps of Sportsman racing action. This division is one to watch. Pace car is going to pull off of the track. Ron Gustafson of the 00. Kenner Brown of the 37. Green flag is going to go in the air, and we are racing. Gustafson is going to get a good run off of Sean Bass, who's going to pull into second. Kenner Brown's going to get shoved out of the way as Patrick Thomas muscles his way into third. Timmy Todd in fourth. Here comes Sean Bass to the outside of Gustafson. He wants to get that lead. He's going to try and get the lead. Is he going to get it? No, he's not. Gustafson still has it. Patrick Thomas is winning in third. We have racing going on all over this track. Patrick Thomas is still in the 3rd spot. Here comes Sean Bass off of 2. Bass is going to get the lead from Gustafson. Here comes Patrick Thomas now, trying to get by Gustafson for second. And they're going to come down the front straight. We got a little bit of a backup here in the middle of the pack here. Gustafson going to have the edge over Thomas for second. And Patrick Thomas is taking second away from Ron Gustafson, who is going to fall back into the 3rd spot. Timmy Todd is up there. He's going to try and get a one-up on him. Herdigen's up there too, and that's going to be 1 car. So here comes Shyanne Mathers now, trying to battle for the 5th spot with Herdegen. Up front, here comes Timmy Todd. No, not going to get it. And caution is out. We have a car hard in the wall on the back straightaway. Andy Nichols in the 66 has hit the inside wall on the back straightaway in that black number 66. First caution of the race has come out for a wreck of the backstretch with Nichols. He hit the wall pretty hard, that inside wall on the backstretch. At least he didn't hit on that access to the infield on the back stretch. If he hit on like the side of that, that would have been even more wow. So as they run right now, George Alexander is in the pits in the 63 car. So under caution, George Alexander has dove off the track. Something's gone wrong in the 63. So as they run, Sean Bass has the lead, followed by Patrick Thomas, Ron Gustafson, Timmy Todd in fourth. In fifth, it's Butch Herdegen. Shyanne Mathers is sixth. Mike Smith, 7th. Kenner Brown, 8th. Richard Fiore is in 9th. Earl Beckner is 10th. Shain Held, 11th. Denica Hetznecker, 12th. Brandon Christian is 13th. 14th is DJ Farr. Ron Lucfy is in 15th. John Nusbaum is in 16th. And Mike Dahm is in 17th in that 33 car. Meanwhile, on the back straightaway, crews are working to tow away the 66 of Andy Nichols. Pretty hard hit on the wall for him. One way I can tell this is a sportsman race is the amount of spotters that are up here. Everybody spotters up here. George Alexander has come off of the pit road. He's going to rejoin the field in the back. And it looks like the first thing they're trying to do with that 66, and it looks like they got it attached to the tow truck, the 66. Just from my perspective, because where I'm on the box, that car is a little bit to my left in front of me, so trying to see what's happening with Andy Nichols' car. And they have that car on the tow truck. They're going to get it away, and we'll be back to racing here in a few. George Alexander back on the pit road. Looks like they have a new tire out for the 63. Maybe there's a tire issue on George Alexander. They're currently doing something on that 63 car in the pit lane. I think it might have been a tire issue, like a tire might have went down or something on that 63, because they have that car on the jack and they're taking the tire off. Now, the Sportsman division, the rules are pretty loose, but there are still rules. Now, most of the cars in this division are what are referred to as dirt nose late models. So, see, like Patrick Thomas is number 111. See how it's got that slanted front end on it? That's a dirt nose late model. Ron Gustafson, Timmy Todd, Butch Herdegen, Shyanne Mathers, Mike Smith, Kenner Brown, and cars like that 55 of Shain Held. Those are just older late models. Same with that 28. That's just an older late model that they're running. And if you want to race in any of these divisions, all the rules are right up on the website, New Smyrna Speedway. Those are just right up on the track website. Andy Nichols' car still sitting on the back stretch, but it looks like that car is up on the tow truck, and they are going to be moving that car here shortly, and we will return to racing. George Alexander back out on the track, going to pull up. Now, as I said earlier, Richard Goodrich, the points leader for this division, is not here. So that means that Ron Gustafson, who is running at the third spot, he's second in the points. Patrick Thomas can gain some points that he needs. A lot of these guys can gain some ground on Goodrich. And it looks like with Nichols, they had to get both the tow trucks to pick that car up. I don't know what's going on back there. Yeah, they had to, both. Look at that. Look at that. They had to get both the tow trucks to lift that 66 car up. Something must have really went wrong with that 66 for them to use both of them. So I don't know what they're doing back there. And now they've picked up the 66 of Andy Nichols, and they are moving that car away from the crash site. So we will be getting back to racing in the Sportsman division here shortly. As they run now, George Alexander is trying to find a spot in line to hop into, since caution laps don't count. Look at that. They had to get both the tow truck and the ball. I'm not going to lie, in all the years I've been coming to this track, that's the first time I've had to see them do that, use both the tow trucks to carry the car away. And for the third time under this caution period, George Alexander is back on pit road, so something must really be wrong with that 63 car that he keeps having to come down pit road. Like I said, it might be a tire issue. They keep poking around that right front tire. See what's wrong with it. Now we're still under caution, but all the emergency vehicles are off of the track, so we're going to see what's happening. One to go. No, doubling up. Not one to go, double up. They're telling these guys to double up. Sean Bass is going to choose the outside line on this restart. So right now, all these drivers right now, double up. Now there's the 66 of Andy Nichols in the pits, or at least what's left of that 66. You can kind of see what they had to do to get that 66 up as they haul it back to his trailer in the pits. Right now, everybody is doubled up. The pace cars pulling off the track. We're going to get back to racing. Here we come at a turn number 4, and the green flag's in the air. We're back racing. Timmy Todd trying to get a good start going in. The 2 leaders there. Patrick Thomas is going to get the lead, but Sean Bass is going to stay pretty close. Still a lot of racing going on. Here comes Butch Herdegen pulling up the middle. Patrick Thomas is trying to clear Sean Bass, but he just can't. Timmy Todd Jr. is moving for the third spot, but here comes Gustafson back to the inside. Patrick Thomas has the lead now. Sean Bass staying right there in the second spot, side by side for the fourth spot between Shyanne Mathers and Ron Gustafson. Shyanne Mathers trying to get that fourth spot away from Gustafson. She is going to accomplish that as they come back down the front straightaway. Sean Bass is all over Patrick Thomas' rear bumper. He's got a miracle of Sean Bass. Sean Bass is going to shove the 111 up out of the way, and caution is back out. For the 70, which has spun over in turn number 3. So the 70, that is John Nusbaum, spun over in turn number 3. This should be a pretty quick caution period, and we'll be back to racing. But a lot of good racing action was going on up at the front before this caution flag has come out. Patrick Thomas and Sean Bass were in a pretty intense battle. That rearview mirror was full of Sean Bass for Patrick Thomas. Timmy Todd is in the third spot, and Shyanne Mathers in fourth, Ron Gustafson fifth. Really, 5 good drivers up at the top 5. Shyanne Mathers, her first time out here was May 14th, which was the first time that we were out here at this track this year on this channel, and she came in third. And that was the first race she ran since November 2013, and she came in third. All right, 1 to go signal. These drivers are doubling up. Patrick Thomas electing the inside lane for this restart. Sean Bass up on the outside. Timmy Todd is in third. Shyanne Mathers fourth. Ron Gustafson in fifth. Butch Herdegen is sixth. Mike Smith is seventh. Earl Beckner is 8th. 9th is Kenner Brown. 10th is Richard Fiore. 11th is Shain Held. And 12th is Denica Hetznecker. 13th is Brandon Christian. 14th is Ron Lucfy. Here they come to the restart line. The green flag's out. We're back underway. A really good start for Patrick Thomas as he gets off into the lead. And here comes Shyanne Mathers trying to get the third spot away. Oh, Beckner gets a little bit loose there in the back. And Shyanne Mathers is going to take third away from Timmy Todd. But here comes Butch Herdegen, who goes by Gustafson for the fifth spot. And side by side for seventh. Earl Beckner's going to get a little bit loose, and he's going to save it. Meanwhile, Patrick Thomas still up front. But Sean Bass is trying to close that gap in on the 111. Right now as they go down the back straightaway. So the leaders look like they're trying to check out. Here comes Earl Beckner down to the inside of Mike Smith to get a spot away. Yes, he does. 37 is coming back to the spot. Sean Bass is just working Patrick Thomas. And I mean, he is working that 111. Here they come back into 3. Sean Bass still really close to that 111 car. He's going to look for any possible means to get around him. He's going to try and knock the 111 loose. Not going to work. Here they go back into 1. He was going to look to the inside. Here he comes to the inside. Sean Bass going to try and get the lead down the back straightaway. Sean Bass on the inside. Patrick Thomas is the run on the outside, but Sean Bass now gets a run. A little bit of sparks coming out. Here they come down the front straight away, and Sean Bass has retaken the lead at the Smyrna Speedway. Looks like Shyanne Mathers has been able to catch up to these top 2 as they get around that 33 car. So could we have a new winner in the form of Shyanne Mathers? We'll just have to find out. Sean Bass once again trying to run a little bit of the way. Patrick Thomas in that second spot. He's going to try and close in on that 28 car. Earl Beckner just took 6th away from Ron Gustafson. You know, I'm going to say something real quick about that 51 car of Butch Herdegen. First time he's running in the top 5, and this is the first time this year I've seen him out here in that car. So big props to him as now he's closing in on Timmy Todd for 4th. Bass is trying to extend his lead over Thomas. Shyanne Mathers now wants to close that gap to the third spot, so she's going to try and get up in there in the next. We're still on the green flag. Oh, here comes Butch Herdegen now trying to get the 4th spot away from Timmy Todd. He's going to go to the inside. And Butch Herdegen is going to come to the inside off of 4 to the line. And he has the 4th spot from Timmy Todd. And now here comes Earl Beckner now trying to get by Todd now for the 5th spot in that 51 car. Not going to happen. And no, No, here he comes. Beckner's going to try again for that spot. And a black flag. A black flag has been displayed for the 88 of DJ Farr. It looks like he's leaking something onto the track in the 88. That's why he's been black flagged. There is some smoke coming out of the rear end of the 88 car. So a black flag in this race, and we're going to see what happens. As the 88 is pulling off the track, and here comes Sean Bass getting around Brandon Christian. So Sean Bass is going to come up on a whole bunch of lap traffic here. That's when the 8 car could get in trouble, because if you're a slower car, then track rules say you have to go to the inside of the track. The outside lane is reserved for the faster cars. And now a black flag is coming out for the 28, because he did not go to the inside when the leaders came by. 2 black flags in this race. 2 black flags. The first one was for DJ Farr, leaking something onto the track, and the second one was for the 28 of Brandon Christian, because he did not go to the inside. Every time in the driver's meeting, they clearly state, if you're a slower car, you have to move to the inside. If you stay on the outside, which is the faster lane, then you are going to get black flag. And here comes Sean Bass getting caught up in a couple of lap cars. He's going to motor his way around Kenner Brown and Richard Fiore. And Denica Hetznecker has spun out on the back straightaway. Caution is out. Denica Hetznecker in 34, or has spun on the back. Her brother, Blaze Hetznecker, races in the Pro Late models. So he's going to be coming up in the next race. Now, her car's just sitting there, so I don't know if anything has gone wrong with that car. But we've had two black flags leading up to this caution period. How about that? Denica Hetznecker has that 34 car scooped up and rolling. She's rolling again in that 34. That's good to see. Sean Bass still up front. And right now, currently, they're going to sort out all the lap cars as the late models are getting ready for their feature, which is coming up next. Sean Bass is still leading this race. However, he has Patrick Thomas and Shyanne Mathers, who are eager to use this restart as their means of taking that win away from him. This is his first appearance at the track this year, Sean Bass, in that 28 car, so we'll see what happens. Now, I think the last car that got passed by the leader before this caution came out was Richard Fiore. So Ron Lucfy is the last car on the lead lap. That means 8 cars are on the lead lap. Everyone from Richard Fiore, who's in 9th, on back to 33 of Mike Dahm, is a lap down. And another black flag is coming out. The number 28 still labeled. So does that mean Sean Bass has been black. No, 34. Third black flag of the race has come out for Denica Hetznecker in that 34 car. So we've had 3 black flags in one race. How about it? Right now, the top 5, as we're going to get the 1 to go signal here, it's Sean Bass, Patrick Thomas, Shyanne Mathers, Butch Herdegen, and Earl Beckner. And Patrick Thomas and Sean Bass on this restart is going to choose the inside lane. So the race leader is choosing to start on the inside as they're doubling up in this feature to get back to racing action. Pace car is going to come pulling off of the track. Everyone's going to bunch up real tight now as they come through 3 and 4. The green flag is back out. We're racing. Beckner and Patrick Thomas is going to get the lead as they go back into 1. Here comes Shyanne Mathers now. Ooh, Beckner gets a little bit loose. And Timmy Todd gets into the 51, but nothing happened. Sean Bass is going to be all over Patrick Thomas as they come back to the line. Patrick Thomas wants to go back to victory lane at New Smyrna, and he's going to do everything in his power to prevent the 28. Here comes Shyanne Mathers. Could she crash the party? Here comes Shyanne Mathers to the outside. In that 3rd spot, coming to the line. Patrick Thomas still has the lead, but Sean Bass is staying persistent. Sean Bass is going to get the lead off of 2. When they come back down to the line, it's going to be 2 laps to go. Here comes Shyanne Mathers now. Coming to the line now, 2 laps to go. And Sean Bass is pulling ahead a little bit. Here we go. White flag is in the air. Final lap in this Sportsman feature. Sean Bass is going to lead him to the white flag. First time this year we have seen that 28 car Sean Bass out here. He's going to pull ahead a little bit. Some sparks come flying out. Coming to the checkered flag, Sean Bass is going to go to victory lane.